Welcome to the garden. This is class 3 of our Lionsgate Pilates series. It's me, Brigette, and my special guest, Lulu, the baby of my life. And we are about to embark on our Pilates practice. So do make sure you have enough space for your yoga mat. Make sure there's no furniture in the way that you're going to knock with your hand. Make sure you've got a safe, clear space. So in our last two classes, we talked about the diaphragmatic breathing, and the qualities of diaphragmatic breathing that I focused on were the upper chest, how we can inflate into our ribs and our back. Something I'd like to bring into your awareness before we step into the deep breaths to start today's practice is the element of the actual diaphragm and what the diaphragm is doing when we are doing our diaphragmatic breathing. So as you probably know, but just in case you need a reminder, the diaphragm is like a firmament or a barrier inside of your body that separates this upper circulatory system from the lower digestive tract, the digestive system and all the organs that are down there. Your diaphragm is at the bottom of your ribs, and it's like almost a wall or a ceiling that goes all the way across from the front of your body, the sides of your body, and the back of your body. It's almost like a ceiling that completely separates the upper and the lower body, except for there is a mechanism in the middle where the organs do communicate. But besides that little mechanism where the organs communicate, this is predominantly like a wall of muscle. So that wall of muscle is directly under your lungs. So when you breathe, we often have already spoken about in our past classes how the abdominals can stay pressed inward while we do our diaphragmatic breathing because the lungs are not down here. So this area doesn't have to move when we breathe. When we breathe into the chest, when we breathe into the back, and when we breathe into the sides. Now I want to talk, we don't say breathe into the front because we always breathe into the front. That's kind of natural. But the sides and the back and the chest, those are a little more unusual, which is why I love to focus on those when we start our Pilates practice. Now you're getting a little more advanced. Day 3, baby, the diaphragm. The lungs breathe, they expand, and they also expand downward. Ooh, the lungs expand downward into the organs, not that far. But when the lungs expand downwards, they press into the diaphragm, which presses into the lower organs, and that actually assists with digestion, that assists with lymphatic flow, and allowing our diaphragm to flex and flux with our breath. It's really crucial for overall health. So now that I've planted the seed in your mind, put your hands on your ribs. Again, we'll do our diaphragmatic breathing, inhaling up the chakras and out the crown of the head into the garden. Feel the ribs pressing into the hands on your inhale. And blow out the mouth on the exhale. Pull in the belly. On your next inhale, I want you to feel the lungs going down. Exhale, blow out the belly. Pressing in, pressing in, pressing in, blowing out, blowing out, blowing out. Continue breathing deeply, and on each inhale, feel how your diaphragm can go downward, pressing into the organs ever so slightly. Make sure your abdominals are engaged. Let's do one more deep breath together. Delicious. I love a good deep breath. Let the hands drop down to the floor by your sides. I've got the tops of the hands on the floor by my side. I'm seated nice and tall. Now, pull in the belly. Look to the left. Deep breath. Head to the left. Head center. Look to the right. Pull in the belly. Deep breath. Exhale. Head center. Flip, left hand presses into the floor in alignment with your knee. Slide the hand to the side as you take a nice side stretch over. Breathe. On the exhale, press the hand into the floor. Slide the hand back over to the body. And let the other arm arc over, side stretch. Deep breath. On the exhale, return. Repeat, inhale, over to the side, hand slides out in front. Exhale up, pull in the belly. Last one. Exhale, return. Ah, delicious. Go ahead and bring your hands behind you. Fingertips point towards your hips and let your feet scooch in front of you. Let's start in our trusty position that we've been practicing over the last few days. Now, remember, fingertips point towards the hips. Feet are hip width apart. Hands are hip width apart. Shoulders are not rounded forward, but they're rolled back and down. Then the chest feels popped, but our lower body is scooping under. It's complicated. That's why it's a practice. So now take a moment, breathe, inhale. Exhale, press back into the hands. Start your marches, go. Lift and place, other side, lift and place. Inhale up, exhale down. So as you're doing these marches, lifting one foot and then the other, focus on the low belly. 2-3 inches under the belly button, pressing into the pelvic bone to stabilize the sacrum and the low back. Keep 2 feet up. Keep it going, toe taps. Once you bring both feet up, we have to bring more attention into the abdominals. If your thighs are feeling tight here, that's a no-no. You want to get your thighs higher. Maybe don't let them go so low. Maybe pull in the belly more, or go ahead and go back to your modification of the march. Whatever you need to do to make this an abdominal feeling and not a thigh feeling. If your thighs are gripping, it simply means that you don't have enough tuck, you don't have enough C-curve, and so your hip flexors are not released enough to give the legs to the abdominals. It's okay, it takes time. Legs straighten and bend. Next part of our sequence now is letting my shoulders and my heart go a little back, aiming my elbows backwards. Almost feels like my forearms are about to go to the floor. At the same time, I send my thighs forward and away from me, and I pull in my belly. 10, 9, feel the shoulders rolling back. 7, 6, last 5, last 4, last 3, last 2. Keep in, feet down, knees open, butterfly. Slowly bring the hands to the front of the body, hands on your feet. Inhale, look up. Pull in the belly, feel the low back going forward, middle back going forward, upper back going forward. Relax the neck and head down. Take a deep breath up and down your spine and into your hips. One more deep breath. At the end of the exhale, slowly roll up to vertical. Hold. Slowly, gently close the knees and walk your feet a little forward. Okay, let's continue. But before we do continue, let me angle myself so we can get all the curves. Okay. Now, seated tall, knees are bent, feet are flexed. Why flex the feet? To create instability, to make it harder to have our hips be secure, be level. We will not be doing any salsa in this sequence. It's natural when you're moving the upper body for the hips to want to follow. That makes sense. However, for the sake of the workout, we're going to be stabilizing the hips and the low body completely, not letting the low body move while the upper body is doing its thing. That is going to allow us to work in the waistline and start to energize these middle and lower chakras, bringing the heart into the mix. Okay, my dears? Press the hands together in front of your heart. Just sitting here, you're going to feel the core activating. So support it. Pull in the belly. Pull in that belly. Breathe into the chest, back, and diaphragm. On your exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. Get delicious posture. Press the hands together. Keep breathing. On your next exhale, take the heart backwards. Whoa, heart goes back. Tuck your hips. Then dive your forehead forward. Inhale, straight back up. Pull the low back backwards. Pull the heart backwards. Inhale, tuck the chin, reach back up. So as I'm sending my heart back, exhale, up. Inhale to top. Exhale, I go halfway back. I feel my hip flexors release. And I bring it back up. 4 more. Inhale. Exhale back. Inhale up. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Go halfway there. Not all the way halfway back, halfway to the halfway. A quarter of the way back, rather. Pull the belly. Tuck a little if you can. I hope the hips and thighs are feeling relaxed. Upper body twist. I do inhale, exhale, small twist. Inhale, other side, twist. Inhale, twist. Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale, twist. Yeehaw. So this is a key movement. I feel like it looks easier than it is. If I am truly in the proper form, my entire core is activated. My low abdominals are working to stabilize my low body. Keep the hands in front of your heart no matter what. Do not move in the shoulder sockets. Rather, we're twisting the entire upper body. 10, 9. Make sure the belly is pressed in and the shoulders are leaning back enough so your abdominals are working. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit up, extend legs, arms extend forward. Inhale, exhale, forward fold over your legs. Drop the head down, pull on the feet if you can. If you can't reach your feet with the knees straight, then don't grab onto your feet. You can just rest the hands on the legs. I don't want you to bend your knees. I do want the legs to be straight as possible here. Pull on the feet. If you can pull on the feet, push the feet into the hands. Just feel amazing. Drop the head down, pull shoulders down the back. 2 deep breaths, up and down the spine. Another deep breath. At the end of your exhale, go ahead and roll up to a seated position. Ah. Right hand on your heart. Left hand on that diaphragm, on the solar plexus chakra, the space between your ribs. Sit up nice and tall and press in your belly. Take a deep breath into your hands. When you exhale, imagine your head is anti-gravity. Another deep breath. Repeat after me. My heart matters. My feelings exist for a reason. Every day, I open my ears to hear myself and my truth even clearer. Take a deep breath. And repeat after me. I am the owner of this body. I love this body. And I'm so grateful I get to take care of my body. With power, with love, with compassion, and with joy. And so it is. Deep breath. Hands go to the floor. Bring your legs completely together. Then externally rotate the legs. Hands go behind you. Fingertips point towards the hips. Pop the chest open. Lean back. Find that C curve. Did you see how my hips rocked back? Now I have quite an axe. So my whole meat of my glutes, my whole bone system here that I just reformed has to make it to the other side of my glutes, where when I'm sitting arched, the weight is in the bottom of my glutes. But when I tuck, the weight goes to more of the top of my glutes. And now the bottom of my glutes are not working in that same way. So just take a moment, play with that. You really want to find that difference where the weight shifts and the hip flexors release. And I'm not saying it's super easy or you're going to get it on your first try. It's just your goal. Okay, so we've got legs together, externally rotate, extended front, torso C curve back, flip the hands front, lift the chest a little. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. So we're going back to that isolation of the upper body, feeling the upper body twisting and the lower body stable. Now, if this is feeling too challenging, you can bend your knees and put your feet flat on the floor. 10 more of these. 10. Make sure you're alternating. Try to have your face look back even a little. I like this one because it feels like my elbows going here to narrow behind me. Drawing my arm close to the side of my body as I draw the elbow back. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, sit up. Parallel feet. Scoot your feet towards the front of your mat. We're going to do our roll downs. First 4 are just the upper body. Inhale, vertical. Exhale, upper body lengthen. Inhale, vertical. Exhale, lengthen the upper body over an orb of energy. Inhale, up. Stabilize your low body, only upper body forward. Keep your low rib over the hips. Last one. Exhale, forward. Pull in your belly. Kickball hits you in the stomach. Roll all the way down to the mat. Inhale, press the shoulders into the floor. Exhale, first curl. Then use the abdominals to guide you up. Inhale. Exhale, we go forward. And now the abdominals pull us back. Inhale, head back. Exhale, abs, 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 abs. Think about it, think about it. Inhale at the top. Exhale as you go forward, pull in the belly and out here. Belly, 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 belly. It has to be focused on the transverse abdominals. You have to be focused on this front of your stomach, pressing it in. When you press it in, it sends energy into the spine and supports your spine to do a very slow movement. Keep it going. We need to do 2 more today. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll down. Exhale, roll up. Do 1 more. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll down. Stay back there. Hands down to the floor. Feet on the floor. Fixing my pants. So take a second. Body scan. Head is on the mat. Shoulders are pressing back into the mat. Arms are on the floor. Bring your attention to your low back. Go ahead and ground your low back onto the mat. Good. Feeling the low belly press in and the gap under the low back disappear. If today you can't get that gap under your low back to disappear, just ensure that whatever shape your low back is in, it does not move or change throughout the rest of the sequence. Stay right there. I'm going to turn my body so you guys can really see everything I'm doing. Okay, this is the way better. Pulling in the belly. Bring some focus into your breath now. Think about that. You're breathing into the chest. You're breathing into the diaphragm, into the sides of the ribs, and your abdominals are completely pressing in. Sneak the hands behind your head. Do you see how my elbows are on the floor? Even if you can't get your elbows on the floor because your shoulders aren't feeling flexible, you want your elbows as far away from your face as humanly possible. I might be exaggerating, but you really need your elbows far away from your face or you're going to get a hunchback. So make sure they're in your blind spot. Inhale, head back. Exhale, curl and march. Inhale, head back. Exhale, curl and march. So we're doing the march, lifting 1 foot and bringing it down and then lifting the other. Upper body is doing a simple curl. Again, the most important thing is you don't give yourself hunchback in Notre Dame body. So keep your elbows far away from your face. Even if that means you can't lift your upper body as much off the floor as you want to, ensure the form is good. The strength will come after. Keep it going. 9. Inhale, head back. 8. Inhale, head back. 7. 6. Repeat after me. I am strong. Inhale, head back. Exhale, curl. Repeat after me. This is easy. Keep breathing. 1 more thing to say. I love my body. Stay curled, arms to your side, shins parallel to the ceiling. Pulse your arms. 10, 9, 8. Strong exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees hug in. Head goes back. Rock side to side and breathe a little bit. Okay, now we want to bring our shins parallel to the ceiling. My belly is pressing in, grounding my low back to the mat. Now, my knees are not really that close to me. Let me turn my body straight to the side. My knees are not that close to me. So you know your knees are too close to you when your hip flexors, which is this area I'm gesturing to with my fingers, when this area is tight from your groin. You'll see if you pull in the belly and send your knees and thighs farther away from you, the abdominals have to activate and then the groin releases. Technically, the groin releases, which forces the abdominals to activate. That's what we're tapping into now. So bring the hands behind your head. We're going to do similar to what we did moments ago. But this time, we've got the legs up in that little shin parallel to the ceiling shape when the head is back. And when I curl, I drop a thigh down. As you can see, my thigh's not going very low as I start because I'm warming up. Do not let your thighs get close to you though. Inhale back, exhale, curl. See if you can get that moving leg a little lower now. Feeling electricity in the abdominals, taking electricity from your heart, sending it to the abdominals, sending it to the legs. 9, 8, 7. Stable low back. Keep it going. Let's do 4 more. 3 more. 2 más. Last one. Head back, elbows back, feet down, open knees. Relax the low back, let it peel off the floor, and take a deep breath. Slowly, knees come together. Release the hands from behind your head, bring them down by your side. Draw the knees into the torso and rest the hands on the top of the kneecaps towards the bottom of your knees. Then go ahead and shoot your knees a little further away from you so the knees are right on top of your hip socket. That's going to give us the opportunity to relax the hip flexors and pull in the belly. Inhale, exhale, curl neck, head, and shoulders up. And let's go to single straight leg. Get that leg as low as you can. If you want to flex the bottom foot, you can. If you want to create a bicycle vibe, you can. Just make sure it's knee towards nose. Don't turn your head. Draw the knee towards the nose. 6 more. 5 more. 4 more. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. 2 knees in. Use momentum. Roll up to a seated position. Find your coccyx balance. Yay! Stay there. Stay there. Don't move. Don't move. I'm just shifting for my lighting. Oh. My hands at the back of my thighs. Pressing hands into thighs. Lifting the chest. Breathe. Pull in the belly. Breathe. See if you can get a little further back in the chest, which allows you to straighten your legs today. If straightening the legs feels like a leg workout, don't do it. It should feel like your abdominals are doing it. This is so hard for me, but I'm challenging myself. My body is shaking and I love it. That's electricity doing work. Arms off, arms go up and down 10 times. Inhale up, exhale down. 10, 9, 8. To get my legs straighter, I have to shoot my heart further back. The heart is connected to the legs through the abdominals. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down. Butterfly stretch. Inhale, long spine, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Extend the arms overhead. Drop your head down towards your feet and take 1 deep breath with your belly in. All right, let me check the time. Okay. So today I put some extra focus on the abdominals because we deserve it. Next, let's slowly roll down to the mat. Press your feet into the floor, arms down. We're going to do some hip lifts, okay? So make sure your feet are hip width apart. As you know, I like to walk my feet pretty close to me, so my fingertips are almost making contact with my heels. In your shoulder bridge, you need to make sure your shoulders are pressing back into the floor. That's your stability. Pressing arms and hands into the floor, that's your stability. And pressing feetsies into the floor. Then we peel the hips off on an inhale, hips up. And then exhale, I soften my chest, middle, lower, and I let the hips tap the mat. Exhale, pulling in the belly the whole time. Inhale, lift the hips. So I love the opposition of this one. Really, it's for the glutes and the hamstrings, but I love what it does to my middle body because my abdominals are pressing in and down with gravity, but your hips are lifting up away from gravity. So it creates this great opposition inside of the body. Really, really wrings out any stagnant energy. Inhale, lift. Pressing into your feet, please. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Remind yourself, this is for you, darling. Inhale, lift. If your knees are hurting, it means something's wrong with your form. So make sure your toes are in alignment with your knees. Go ahead and stay up in your next one. And let's do inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Up and down on the toes 10 times. Keep your hips high. 10, 9. Pressing my arms into the floor. Pressing my shoulders back into my mat. Lifting my hips up to the ceiling. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Stay up on the toes. Now let's go slow. I want you to hover your hips an inch above the mat and then lift them up because you're on your toes. Inch above the mat and lift them up. It might help to draw the knees slightly together too. Hips exhale, inch above the mat. Inhale, press up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Let's do 4 more. 3, pull the belly in. Draw the knees completely together now. Keep your hips up. Knees are together on your toes. 10 hip pulses up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Breathing, please. Arms pressing into the floor. Open, close the knees 6 times. 5 more. Keep the hips as high as you can because we're about to relax. 3 more. 2 more. Squeeze the butt. Last one. Butt down. Feet down. Knees level. Shake out a foot. Carefully plop it down. Shake out the other foot. Carefully plop it down. Slowly draw the knees into your chest. Roll up to seated with some momentum and swing your legs behind you. Meet me at hands and knees. Oh, sorry, I was jamming. Once you get to hands and knees, make sure the hands are directly under your shoulders. Make sure your knees are directly under your hips. Oh, something can happen sometimes where your hands are like too close to your knees and the spine feels kind of cramped up. So just notice if you're feeling kind of cramped up, you might need to have your hands more forward to give your spine the length it requires. Okay, pull in the belly, deep inhale. Cat-cow, exhale, round the low back, middle back, upper back, neck and head. Inhale, lower back, middle back, upper back, neck and head. With each deep breath, we're sending energy up the spine to the head. Inhale, up the spine. Exhale, up the spine. Inhale, up the spine. Exhale, up the spine. 2 more sets. Inhale, pulling in the belly, up the spine. Exhale, up the spine. 1 more set. Neutral spine. Make sure the hands are right under your shoulders. Flex both feet. Press into the balls of your feet and pull in the belly. Let's do 10 knee taps. Here we go. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. 10, 9, 8. Feel the heart as you do this, the heart chakra. Your heart's on fire. I know your muscles might be also working. I know you've got a lot going on in your mind, perhaps a lot going on in your body today. But the heart is so powerful. And ultimately, we strengthen that through all of this. Strengthening our willpower and our connection to our capability, because you can. Hold it. Downward dog. Once you get the downward dog, walk your feet back and bring them together. My hands are a little wider than shoulder distance apart, or they can just be shoulder distance apart. Now scoot your feet a little further back so it's harder to get your heels on the floor. So it's kind of a longer down dog. I want you to stack your shoulders over your hands and squeeze your butt, plank. And then inhale, down dog. And roll it up to plank. Inhale, scoot the butt up, down dog. I'm rolling out to plank like a fruit roll-up that we used to eat those as kids. I start at my low back. I send the breath up my spine. Someone's getting arrested today. Someone's getting arrested right outside my building. So keep this going. Don't worry, we only have a few more sets. Remember when we did our cat-cow, how we went lower back, middle back, upper back, neck, head? We're doing that same vibe when we roll onto the plank. 2 more. Inhale back. Exhale front. 1 more. Oh. Slowly come to hands and knees. Inhale, big toes together. Exhale, hips on heels. Torso extends forward. Head drops down. Take a deep breath. Bring the hands down to the floor by your side, letting the shoulders round forward for the first time. And take a deep breath into your chest with your belly pulling in. Interlace your fingers behind your low back. Extend the arms straight-ish, only as much as feels right. And then see if you can utilize your shoulder mobility to draw the arms up towards the ceiling. Hands interlaced, reaching up towards the ceiling. You might want to lengthen your face now, lengthen your neck rather, make your face a few inches above the mat. Inhale, exhale, use the hands to pull you out of that child's pose. Relax the arms forward. Shoulder rolls back a little. Okay, so next I want to do something for the back of your body, but I just want to remind you, whenever we're starting to work with the low body, strengthening and using the glutes and the thighs, and just reminding ourselves of how powerful the low body is, I want to remind you, you do want to protect your low back. So we're going to be taking the low belly, pressing it in, and that's going to be stabilizing the low back. Now, when you're dealing with your low back, I'm talking about, these are my hip bones. My pants are right at my hip bones. This triangle here is your sacrum. Your tailbone is the tip of that triangle. So what we're doing is we're pulling our belly in, and we're pulling our belly, hi, Stevie. We're pulling our belly into that triangle. So just take a second. We're just sitting there. Pull your belly into that triangle. Start to feel the connection between that front of the body and the low body. Now the space in between, that's got your pelvic floor muscle, and that's something that we're strengthening throughout all of these workouts, which is just so beneficial for us. So you're exploring in that tuck. I want you to keep that in mind. You have to keep this shape where it's tucked under like that during your leg work, okay? Because we're about to do a little work for the legs. Go forward to your forearms. Make sure your arms are shoulder width apart. Then scoot your knees back so your butt's in the air. You know your knees are too close to you if you feel like your back is round and you're all uncomfortable. You want to walk the knees far enough back so the spine can be long. Pull in the belly, and remember that triangle at your back that you're stabilizing. Now go ahead and lift your left leg, and let's do our pulses. Today, I'm not moving my ankle at all. I'm doing a swift up-down movement, and we're going to do 20 of them. As I do this, my shoulders are square, my hips are square, and my abdominals are pulling in. We've got a strong focus on the stability of that sacrum low back. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7. We're breathing into the chest and back, pulling the shoulders down the back. 5, 4, 3. Hold. Now, externally rotate the leg. Don't take the hip with it. Keep the hip square. Just externally rotate your leg. And now lower and lift the leg behind you. If you look under, I want you to be able to see your moving foot hovering over the whole time, directly over your bottom foot. Once you're sure your feet are stacked on top of each other, you can keep this going. It might not feel easy to get the leg very high. That's fine. This is a very powerful movement. 5 more. 4 more. Breathing, pulling in your belly. If your low back hurts, it means it's moving when it's not supposed to. So activate that triangle support. 2 more. 1 more, hold it up, 10 pulses, then we rest. 10, 9, 8, 7, pulling shoulders down the back. This is cow on. 4, 3, 2, 1, knees together, child's pose. Hips on heels, arms extend forward, take a deep breath. Exhale, roll up to hands and knees, pull in the belly. Bring your forehands down to the floor. Continue breathing calmly. Forearms are shoulder width apart. Pull the shoulders down the back. Make sure the knees are far enough away from you so the spine feels long. Activate the tuck. Other leg lifts. It's a 90-degree bend. Square hips and shoulders. Pulsing the thigh just a few inches. Up and center, up and center. We do 20. As I do this, I can feel how stable my hips are. I balance a precious little teacup right on that triangle of my sacrum bones. And I feel so balanced and secure as that space between the glute and the hamstring is getting activated, heated up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Make sure you're breathing, pulling in the belly, pulling shoulders down the back. Hold it up. Externally rotate the thigh. Do not include the hips. Look under you. Make sure the feet are stacked on top of each other. And once you're sure they are, Bring the head back to parallel face to the floor. And we lift and lower. Let's do 8 more. 8, 7. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. As I move my leg, which is quite heavy, I'm stabilizing my hips with my low belly. So we're working the core too. 3 more. 2 more. Hold it up. 10 pulses, then we'll stretch. Here we go. 10, 9. Breathe calmly. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees come together again. Child's pose. Deep breath. On the exhale, use the hands to walk you up to a seated position and swing your legs in front of you. Right leg extended front, left knee bent. Left foot, sole on the inner thigh. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, long spine extends over the straight leg. Grab onto that foot if you can. Drop the head to the leg and take 2 deep breaths. Breathing up and down the spine. You can grab that foot, push the foot into the hands as you grab it. Let's do 1 more deep breath for good luck. Slowly, spine rolls us up to vertical. Slowly, and switch my legs, fix my pants. Once you've switched to the other side, make sure the hips are square. Arms extend forward, inhale. Exhale, low back forward, long spine forward. Drop the head over the leg and pull the hands on that foot. 3 deep breaths. Breathing up and down the spine. Keep your abdominals pressed in as you send this energy up and down the back. I'm doing my 3rd deep breath now. Slow roll up. Slow extend legs front. Shake out the knees a little. I want to go for about maybe just 2-3 more minutes, okay? So don't worry. I won't take up that much more of your time. Are you ready? The sun feels amazing on my body. Also, my body's just feeling so incredible from this practice. I love it. I hope you're loving it too. Okay, so bring your feet to a V shape, heels are together. My legs are externally rotated, and my body has been working a lot. We've been going and going. You might have some little shaking going on in your body. That's fine. That's the feeling of electricity doing work. Pull in the belly. Hands can go back to help you find that clunk, that perfect tuck, where the hip flexors lengthen and the abdominals take over. Now, if this feels too challenging to do leg lifts externally rotated like this with the bent knee, leaning back with your hands off, you can keep your hands behind you just like this, okay? I like to have my hands forward because now I'm working inner thigh, back of the leg, and belly. Get your heart as far back as you want and lift the legs only as right as it feels so that the hips don't feel tight. It's in the thighs. Because our thighs are totally externally rotated, we can imagine inner thigh lifting up. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the left leg up, inhale, do 10 twists to the left. Try and get that leg straight if you can. 10, 9, 8. You're sending energy out the heart, from the heart to the foot. Energy from the heart is sending out your foot. 3, 2, 1. Leg down, inhale up. C curve back, pull in the belly. Other leg up, make it straight if you can. Lift and twist. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs down, straighten them up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Drop your head down. Take a deep breath. Slow roll up to that seated position and draw your knees in and meet me in a comfortable crisscross. Keep breathing calmly. Left hand goes to the right knee. Right hand goes to the floor behind you. Tuck in your hips. Twist only your upper body. Looking back, take a deep breath with the chest open. On the exhale, return to center. Other hand to the knee, other hand back. Inhale. Exhale, upper body twist with the chest open. Once you get the deep breath, shoulder circles. Quick little stretch here. We didn't do too much for the upper body today. We did do that plank sequence, but and other side. Today I wanted to focus more on legs, glutes, and abdominals. Okay. And tomorrow we'll focus on some other areas. I don't want to give too much away. After you stretch both sides, let's do this one. It's my favorite. You wrap the arm behind the head, grab the elbow, pull it behind the head. At the same time, you're going to look up and take a deep breath. And slowly, other arm. Looking up, deep breath. Slowly release, begin a downward dog. Pump your feet a little. Walk your feet into your hands. Drop the hands down towards your feet. Drop your head down. Shake the head a little, no. Nod the chin a little, yes. Get more weight out of the heels, shifting the weight into the balls of the feet again. Shake the head a little, no. Nod the head a little, yes. Soften your knees. Now, this camera's going to cut off my upper body, but I'm describing to you what we're doing here. We slowly roll up to the standing position. Standing up tall, inhale, arms above your head, palms come together. Exhale, prayer hands to your chest. Deep breath with prayer hands. Exhale, drop toes towards the floor. Wait, I meant to say drop fingers towards the floor. Press your hands into the floor, soften your knees, go back down to two knees. Then mermaid sit to the side. And come to a comfortable crisscross. All right, you've officially reset your energy, okay? Whole energy system reset. Every muscle got a little bit of attention. So something I want you to look into is ankle weights. If you have a little bit of a budget to get some fitness tools, in addition to getting the hand weights that I recommended that you get in class 1, I recommend perhaps you get some ankle weights. In fact, you can use ankle weights as hand weights. I have 3-pound ankle weights that I'm going to start incorporating into classes next week, maybe even this weekend. So if you don't have hand weights yet and you are thinking about getting some hand weights, maybe get ankle weights instead, and then they can be dual purpose. Anyways, it's just an idea. Before we go, let's say a few more affirmations together, okay? 2 hands on your heart and take a deep breath. Let's say a love letter to our body, shall we? Repeat after me. Thank you, body, for taking care of me, for being so strong, and for being open to be stronger. I allow all the electricity in my body to go exactly where it needs to go so as to keep me thriving at maximum health, at maximum fitness, at maximum joy, and at maximum beauty. Take a deep breath. I affirm and allow these wonderful energies to continue to perpetuate in my life. And I take this incredible positive energy and I allow it to emanate throughout my day and the rest of my life. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. You know, I get really into those affirmations. It gets a little lengthy, but I hope that helped. And I love you so much. And I'll see you tomorrow in class 4. Mwah!